I want to say thanks to any first responders that are in here and the families. Thank you all for coming out here today. It's been a long and a difficult series of days, I know that. And the county judge and I go back for so many years, and I appreciate Rodney and the work that he does, and Michael McCall, the other elected officials that are here with us, and mostly I want to say thanks to those men and women that are out there on the line right now, that are standing between a lot of your homes and fighting a good fight to try to save those homes, and more importantly save those lives that of our citizens. It was a surreal experience today, not only flying by that substantial, I mean, I have seen a number of big fires in my life. This one's as mean looking as I've ever seen, partly because it's so close to this city. It was anyway, you see reports, you talk to people on the phone, you can even see some video, but until you see this storm, when you drop off of the hill just east of town and you see Bastrop and that monstrous storm of smoke and fire, then you realize the devastation firsthand. Unfortunately, this is for us in Texas, another set of disastrous combination of fire and exceedingly dry conditions of high winds. We got a lot of our citizens displaced. There's, I think, just in this area, some 32,000 acres have been impacted in this fire directly over your backs. 25,000 acres, 476 homes have been destroyed. I don't think we've ever seen a wildfire season like this, even going back into the 80s, and we had some substantial fires, but 3.5 million acres, Michael, have now been destroyed since we first declared a statewide disaster in December. And that's an area the size roughly of Connecticut. These fires have destroyed some 1,000 homes, uprooted a lot of individuals and a lot of families. And in response to these immediate fires, Texas has deployed a wide array of our assets. We got 15 single engine air tankers out there. We've got 2 Chinook helicopters, 4 Black Hawk helicopters. That's part of our cooperative effort between the Texas Forest Service, the Texas Military Forces, Texas Department of Transportation, among others. Michael and I and the judge were talking inside about possibly getting some of our Department of Defense assets from Fort Hood, particularly big equipment, both dozers, motor graders, et cetera, to come in here to help stop the progress that this fire's got going on. But we got a long way to go to get this thing contained. And to that end, I want to ask all Texans, not just here in Bastrop County in this area or in central Texas, but all Texans, to be extremely careful with any outdoor activities that might cause a brush fire. You just don't understand how quickly this can get out of hand and put people's lives or their property in jeopardy. So I can't be clear enough, I can't be strong enough to citizens all across the state at this particular juncture with the wind speeds that we're having with these exceedingly dry conditions. We've got to be incredibly careful to save people's lives, pets, livestock, and frankly, legacies of generations to come can be put in jeopardy, and we can lose those. So in that same vein, I want to ask anyone who is in harm's way to listen to the evacuation orders. Obviously, in Texas, we allow for local control. It's going to be the county judge who makes the final call. But I join him in saying to those who've lost electrical power, obviously that there is a reason for that happening, and for people to really pay attention to. I know the sheriff's office is going to be going door to door and clearly sharing with people the jeopardy that they put themselves in. I understand that losing your home, losing a lifetime possessions is an incredibly difficult thing, but do not put your life in jeopardy for that. To our firefighters, again, I want to remind them of the just great gratitude that the people of this state have for you. People from California, from all across this country are here helping us. I mean, this is the classic example of neighbor helping neighbor. And our prayers are with them and for their well-being, and certainly for their success in this mission. And to those that have been displaced by this fire, those that have already lost homes, know that we're going to do everything we can. The next 72 hours are very important to those individuals. I think it's going to be Wednesday before FEMA gets here, and so just find out what you can do to help your neighbor. There are a lot of things that you can do, whether it's putting them up, whether it's just taking care of them and loving on them, and there's a lot that Texans will do to take care of Texans over the course of the next 72 hours, and I really appreciate you for doing that. We will pick up the pieces, we always do. Whether it's a hurricane of monstrous size, or whether it's floods, or whether it's wildfires, we will pick up the pieces, we will rebuild. With that, Nim Kid's in here, I know, standing here close, and I'm going to let him come up and just share with you the most current state of affairs with not just this fire, but across the state. So Nim, if you would, let you take the Nim Kid, our Chief Emergency Manager.
Thank you, Governor. Good afternoon, and it just takes the door opening for a little while and you can start to smell the smoke. Remember, today we have 3 priorities. The first and foremost is to protect life and safety. That's all life, protect life and safety. The second is to stop the fire, stop the forward progress and contain as much as we can. And the third is to support the local counties and the local cities whose citizens are hurting right now. And that's going to be all of the resources that we can pull together as a community and as a state. We're working with the county judge and the mayor to make sure that we pull all resources available to come forward and help with this. The governor drove the point home, and I want to keep nailing that. We have got to pay attention to the situation around us. Do not wait till the last minute to evacuate. If your home is anywhere in danger, if you've lost electrical power, get out, talk to your neighbors, call on the cell phones, make sure everybody that you know is out of harm's way. That will be critical to saving lives, which is our #1 priority. We will continue to work with the Texas Forest Service and the U.S. Forest Service assets that are here under the direction of the county judge and his emergency management coordinator to make sure that we have a unified front in stopping this fire. So thank you for being here today.